The Treksperts Quiz would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this show is created. We pay our respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people today.
Double T Media.
You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
I just got to remember to turn all my audio on because I have made that mistake before when going live. Hello, and welcome back to the Treksperts Quiz Live, a Double T Media production here on the BQN Podcast Network. It's me, Davey. I am your host. My pronouns are he and him, and it is my pleasure to have you rejoining me on this slipstream journey of Star Trek knowledge today. Before we begin, I would like to give a big shout out to this show's patron collective, especially to this show's associate producers. We have the fabulous Matt Harker, Jason Anderson, and Lars DeSenza of the Red Shirt Geeks. Thank you so much for your ongoing support of this show and the network. And remember, you can help support this and all the other fabulous BQN programs by becoming a patron over at patreon.com/BQN. So, welcome back. If you have not been here before, this is the Star Trek game show. One of the only ones that I know of on the internet because it's one of the only, well, it is the only one I host. And we've got an absolute stellar lineup for you today. It is Battle at the Pods. We've got three hosts from three fabulous Star Trek podcasts. We've got It's Got Star Trek, we've got Let's Talk About Trek, and we have got Unplanned Trek. We are also live today, so if you are in the chat, you can feel free to play along. And let's see if you can get more right than our Treksperts. I can already see that the chat is starting to fill up. Hello to Matt Harker, associate producer of the show. Wonderful to have you along. And also I can see Jim McMahon from Galaxy Classes Trivia with Jim. So if there is going to be someone in the chat who is going to be a force to be reckoned with, it is definitely going to be Jim. Welcome to you all. Anyone else? I can see the numbers are piling up in there. Please feel free to play along and have a great time. Before we meet the Treksperts, though, we're going to say hello to this all-round fabulous human being. She always joins me here as a guest host and as scorekeeper and adjudicator. She's also helped write the questions for today. From Strange New Pod and everywhere else across the internet, it's MC Frodis. MC, hailing frequencies open, you there?
Hey!
Welcome back. How's your week been?
My week's been great. Been doing a lot of stuff. Got my tree up.
I can see that.
All of the geeky stuff on there. It's all so much Star Trek up on there.
Very, very festive. I considered whether to put my Christmas sweater on today, but it's Australia and it's summer. But if you live in Melbourne, You'd be confused for thinking it's still the middle of winter right now because it's cold and wet and horrible today. But I'm going to save the Christmas sweater for Quark Tank next week, which I think we're going to be seeing you there in a very different capacity, aren't we?
We might be, yeah.
Yeah. I'll talk a bit more about Quark Tank at the end of the show. But look, let's get straight into it. I am going to energize the transporter and bring in our three Treksperts for today. Alrighty, from Unplanned Trek, it is Isaac. From It's Got Star Trek, it is Patrick. And from Let's Talk About Trek, it is David. Hello, everyone. How are we?
Hi, doing great.
Amazing. So, Battle of the Pods today. I've picked a subject which kind of aligns to what I think is the strong point for all three of you. But before we dive into the questions, I want to hear a little bit about all of your fabulous podcasts. So I'm going to start with my good friend and fellow Australian, 2 Australians on the quiz today, everyone. Isaac from Unplanned Trek. How you going? How are things in Tassie? And tell us a bit about your show.
Sure, thanks for having me back. I'm laughing a little bit because I actually am wearing my bad Christmas sweater because I'm, close to Antarctica and it is still cold despite it being summer. I've got my Ninja Turtles Christmas top on. Can you see that?
Amazing.
And for some reason it says Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, which we all know is a very good Ninja Turtles reference. So, yeah. As you said, I'm from Unplanned Trek, so I host a show with Andrew Hogan where we look at a random episode of Star Trek each week, but instead of reviewing it, we're looking for some of the minutiae within the episode. So we look for and count romance, fighting. We've introduced food, pets, and we give a 3, 2, and 1 to the best and worst characters in the episode.
I think have you got an awards, like an annual awards coming up or something like that for who's won the best points across your categories? Yes.
We do. We've got 2 more episodes left and then we're going to tally them all off and give out some awards. There's actually, I think someone's going to come from a long way back and actually steal one of the medals, but that's because we've recorded in advance and I know what the leaderboard says. Nice.
Nice.
There's some surprises coming up. It's going to be a fun December.
Awesome. We'll keep an eye out for that, everyone, because there may be a special guest star in that awards episode. Just saying. Thank you so much, Isaac. All right, let's go to David from Let's Talk About Trek. David, how you going? What's Let's Talk About Trek all about?
Let's Talk About Treks is what we like to call an episodic review of today's best vision of the future. We sort of run through every Star Trek episode as it comes out, and then in the gap times we sort of make up from places that we missed.
Awesome.
It's just sort of a deep dive into every episode, and we try to think way more deeply about things and emotional sort of charged situations than anybody really should.
Going right under the surface of Star Trek. None of us have ever done that before. I mean, we certainly don't live and breathe this franchise in such a way. So. Awesome. Thank you and it's so lovely to meet you. First time on the show, and another first timer on the show. We've got Patrick with his fabulous animated It's Got Star Trek background. Tell us all about It's Got Star Trek, Patrick.
Sure. Well, first, thanks so much for inviting me to join. I think this is great. I'm really excited to be here and be joining such wonderful friends of our pod, and we're friends of their pods. It's Got Star Trek. We're just, silly old Star Trek show. Dan and Jesse are my co-hosts. Each week, if there's new episodes, we cover new episodes. If not, we dig into the past, jump all around the franchise, pick an episode to discuss, or sometimes a topic appropriate to Trek. We just like to have fun, be silly, ideally have 1 or 2 insights in an episode, but mostly we're just having a good time.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much for joining. So today's subject for you is, I've just gone all out and done the ultimate TNG quiz, I'm calling it. So it's not about... Normally I focus on a season or a character or a particular type of episode. I just wanted to go all nuts on TNG because some of you said Voyager was a bit of a weak spot, but you really like DS9, but you all were kind of like, TNG era is sort of our jam. So why not? It's all TNG today. Ooh. So I am going to dive straight into it with round 1, which is general knowledge. All right, have we got hands on buzzers? Are we ready for
ready to go?
The Treksperts Quiz. Amazing. We've got some new friends in the chat as well. Just so you know, you're going to have a good competitor in the chat. You've got Glenn Thompson. Glenn Thompson was the first ever contestant on this show, and one of our highest scorers of all time. So look out for that. All right. First question, hands on buzzers. Let's play the Treksperts Quiz. All right. The episode with the Binars is called what?
David?
It's 11001001.
That is correct.
I know.
All right. I thought that might trip someone up.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
He knew he was correct too. You could tell it.
Oh yeah, straight in there.
Love the
Straight
confidence.
in there. Also, all right, that's 1 point straight out of the gate for David. Well done. All right, your second question for TNG general knowledge. In The Most Toys, Kivas Farjo destroys a shuttle pod named after what Starfleet captain?
Isaac?
I don't know it, but I've got to have a go. I'm gonna go Pike.
That is correct.
Ooh,
Oh, you gotta.
That's why we like a guess.
You
I was going to guess the same thing. I didn't know, but I was going to
Good
guess.
You gotta love when a guess pays off. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. All right, let's jump into your third question for round one. What type of propulsion system is being tested in the episode New Grounds?
David?
It's like a soliton wave catapult.
That is correct.
That's correct. It is the Soliton Wave. The experimental Soliton Wave, which the gliders they used for that were a redress of the Mars defense ships that were swatted out of the sky in Best of Both Worlds Part 2. Thank you, the Star Trek Next Generation companion, for that.
My Soliton Wave.
You make me blush with that Soliton Wave. Thank you. Dear. Patrick, we've got someone in the chat from the earlier question about 11001001. Tarek is saying that they told you to work on your binary. Apparently you didn't work. Sounds like an in-joke, but it also sounds like you got it.
Oh yeah, Tarek's an old friend, and he, in fact, has long told me that I should learn binary by heart so that I could remember these things more easily.
Good advice.
One day, Tarek. I'll get to it eventually.
Advice we should all follow. Okay, question number 4. What is the name of the super alien in the episode Where Silence Has Lease?
David?
That's Nagilum.
That is correct.
There we go.
Quick on the draw, Dave.
Yeah, killing it. Absolutely killing it. Well done. Next question. Question number 5. The life forms in home soil refer to humanoids as what?
David?
Oh, it was me. I thought I missed it.
Yeah,
These were ugly
you got
bags
it.
of mostly water.
That is correct.
And that's all right, because I've been called a lot worse. So that's fine. Well done. Right. So, David is really tearing it up at the moment, by the way. Like, really
Does not surprise me, by the way.
Yeah.
Does not surprise me.
Alrighty. So, next question. Countess Regina Bartholomew was lover to who?
David?
I'm sorry, guys. Moriarty.
That is correct.
Her name is Regina, by the way.
Regina. Did I say Regina?
Strangely, yeah. That's the only reason I remember, because her name is Regina. Like,
Did she also?
Bartholomew.
Would have Kyle Riker been an acceptable answer as well?
Kyle, did you say Kyle Riker?
Yeah.
how about Sarek?
Yes. and David, don't apologize for being amazing at this quiz, by the way. Every time he does this, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. All right,
It's for me and Patrick that need to apologise.
I know, right? Like, oh, we're supposed to be pushing buttons? What's going on?
All right, so you've got your question 7 of 9. So question 7 of 9 is always worth quite a few points. For round 1, there are 6 points available. So to keep it fair, if you buzz in, I will let you answer until you get it wrong. Once you get one wrong, I'll cut you off and give one of the others a chance to jump in and score some of the points. All right, so for question 7 of 9, in what 6 episodes does Lwaxana Troy appear?
Isaac?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is really hard.
Yeah.
What's the name of it? It's the really dumb one where they go have a spa treatment outside the wharf.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
I hate that episode. Oh, I don't know it by name. I'm gonna have to go. I'll go The Child.
Nah. Sorry about it.
It was nice to chat.
All good. So let me clear the buzzer and let someone else.
Patrick?
Menage a trois?
Yes.
Troy? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited to get the one.
There are six.
Oh my god, yeah, I gotta remember where the other ones. Oh man. I gotta vamp here while my brain boots back up and remembers these episodes. I got target fixated on Menage a Trois. Okay. It's the one with the thing. Now I'm stuck in Deep Space Nine.
Well,
I don't know. I'll pass.
Okay.
I'll pass to
Sufficient
David.
data.
All right. So you get a point for that. So congratulations, you're on the board.
I'm on the board.
David, we'll throw straight to you. There are 5 other episodes which your fellow Treksperts have failed to identify.
I think the one that Patrick was going for may have been Newground.
Newground is
like...
not there.
No, it's not Newground. It's actually driving me mad that I cannot remember.
Is it High Ground?
No love for Majel Barrett.
I'm gonna have to cut you
do?
all off, I'm afraid. Shame. All right, so we got one. We got Menage a Troy. So look, we'll go through what the others were. Surprised no one in the chat was shouting out. Half a Life is definitely one. So in order, it goes Haven,
Yeah.
Manhunt, Menage a Troy,
The Fish, right?
Half a Life, Cost of Living,
Timothy.
and Dark Page.
Cost of Living, that was the one.
Yeah.
I could only get the Muse from DS9 in my head.
I was thinking DS9 as well.
Yeah.
Automation 2000 got Dark Page. Well done, Automation 2000.
Is it terrible that one of the reasons I put that question is because I knew you guys would start thinking Deep Space Nine?
No, it's clever. It's a good trick.
All right, let's move on to the second last question for round 1. Michelle Forbes, well known as Ro Laren, also appeared as the character Dara.
David?
I didn't mean to buzz in. Half a Life.
That is
Is
correct.
the episode that she
That
was
is
in.
correct.
Okay.
That is correct. Yeah. So that was fresh in your mind. So I gave you that as a bit of a freebie. All right. And the final question for the first round. What was the name of Data's housekeeper in All Good Things?
Ooh.
Isaac?
I guess worked for me last time. I'm going again. Beatrice.
Negative.
Oh.
No, Beatrice. Buzzes back open.
Patrick?
Spot.
Housekeeper?
Automation
He
in the
did.
chat has got it. Automation 2000 in the chat has got it. But David, kid, you... Oh, Patrick's buzzed in. Sorry, Patrick, have you...
Oh no, I said Spot. I know.
Oh,
that's not
Spot,
correct.
Negative.
David, do you know what it was?
Oh, first of all, Data had a housekeeper. Second, Roomba. I don't.
Negative.
No, Roomba was his girlfriend.
Oh my bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, or if you're from Where's Beverly, it's Admiral Roomba, the murderous knife-wielding vacuum cleaner on board the Enterprise D bridge. No, the housekeeper that Data had in the future timeline of All Good Things was named Jessel.
Jessel.
Okay.
I honestly, I don't remember that.
You remember Jessel? If you are his friend, you'll get him to take that grey out of his hair. Looks like a bloody skunk.
Yeah. I remember that, and I just didn't remember the name. Jessel. That's a great name too.
I know.
It's a really good name.
I'm going to name my first child Jessel. All right, that is...
I'm going to rename both of my children Jessel.
All right, that is the end of a very interesting first round.
Very good.
How did we go score-wise, MC?
So Isaac and Patrick are both on the board with 1, but David ran away with the first round with 6.
Well
Good
done.
solid lead. Good solid lead. Oh, we've got some royalty in the chat. We've got Mark Cartier from Shuttlepod Show who has just said, and I quote, "I hope Isaac loses."
Yep, sounds right.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. That's just the kind of supportive discourse that we want in the chat. Well done.
I'm going to make him so proud.
All right, let's dive into your second round, which is Behind the Scenes. All right, this is all behind the scenes from TNG. With some fun facts along the way, because who doesn't love a fun fact? Question 1, hands on buzzers. What was the last episode Denise Crosby filmed?
Oh,
David?
that's a good one.
Oh man. I remember the scene, but I don't remember the episode. I remember the way. Oh damn it! Symbiosis. I don't know. No.
That is correct.
That is correct. So
I think it's...
well done. It was.
You want to challenge it? Isaac wants to challenge. You want to challenge?
I'll hear his challenge, but I've got a. MC's put a fun fact in here that may cut your challenge off because I didn't finish the question.
Oh, okay. Well, without knowing the end of the question, I would have gone All Good Things.
You would have, but there was a technicality. The rest of the question was the last episode Denise Crosby filmed as a series regular.
Is that the one where she waves at the camera before she in the last scene? Yeah,
That's actually the fun fact.
It's my job to read out the fun facts, Isaac. Okay, this is my show, all right. Damn it. Yes, that is correct. At some point as well, Isaac, you're going to have to tell me why Mark Cartier insists on calling you a jam eater and what's so wrong about eating jam, by the way. But we'll get to that some other time.
It's his fault.
There's that. I have some small role to play in that as well. So it's
okay. All right, question 2. What documentary chronicled the turbulent first 2.5 years of production on TNG?
David?
Oh man, Chaos on the Bridge.
That is correct.
Good work. Third question.
Good one.
Gene Roddenberry's one-sentence idea named Assassins would eventually become which season 1 episode?
Isaac?
Skin of Evil?
Negative.
Afraid not. Buzzer's back open.
Patrick?
Arsenal of Freedom.
Negative.
Nope. David, do you know?
Guess. It was a confident guess.
Oh, is it? Well, I can't remember the name of it though. Maybe I'll. Oh gosh. It's the Antikin Soleil one. No. It's the Loxana episode with the assassins. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know it. I'm gonna
Negative.
No, unbuzz.
I'm afraid not. The episode was Conspiracy. Yeah. The original concept being deemed too expensive to produce, and was they built a whole thing around it, and it would all get broken down, and Tracy Torme was given the job of starting it all again from scratch.
And so then he was like, butt bugs.
Yeah. Right. Well, that, and of course his failed attempt to get the three breasted Deanna Troi, wasn't it? Three, wasn't that the original concept?
Yeah. Just imagine if we really did get Gene Roddenberry's full vision.
Good
I
examples
wake up in
of
a
how
cold sweat over Gene Roddenberry's vision.
creators often need to be constrained somewhat to maximize, to optimize their art.
Indeed. Matt Harker has just referred to the aliens from that as butt bugs. I'm sorry, I don't recall them going anywhere near anyone's butt, but sure.
It was
It's at lower decks.
Yeah, duh. All right, let's move on to the next question. Which 7th season episode was Gates McFadden's only directorial credit?
Patrick?
Genesis.
Good job.
That is correct.
Well done, Patrick. Well done. All right, the next one. The episode Family contains no scenes filmed on which set?
Isaac?
The Enterprise.
Negative.
It's a lot of
No,
sets.
that's a big set. Yeah. I will clear the buzzer.
David?
What is the bridge?
That is correct.
Correct. It was The Bridge. Interesting read about that episode as well as that Michael Piller actually wanted Best of Both Worlds to be a trilogy of episodes. However, the idea was denied, but he did lobby hard for a storyline that allowed viewers to see Picard deal with his post-assimilation trauma on screen. The episode was also the lowest rated of the season, coming off the back of Best of Both Worlds Part 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, which unfortunately probably fed into the producers' arguments that people aren't interested in this. They want the reset button. Everything should start the same at the next episode.
Yeah.
I love that's such a great example of actually digging into someone's trauma from all the terrible events that all these characters throughout the entire franchise are consistently dealing with.
I like it better than Best of Both Worlds Part 2.
Oh, agreed.
It's a better episode. It's a definitely way more interesting
100%.
episode.
Absolutely.
Well done to Mark and Jim for getting that in the chat as well. All right, question 6. The ship models seen on the wall of the briefing room were removed due to a set redress for which Star Trek film?
Patrick?
Star Trek 6: The Undiscovered Country.
That is correct.
Well done. That is correct. They were kept in storage and returned for the flashback scenes in All Good Things.
Yeah.
I just want to go back for a minute. Who got question 5 again? I think I might have put it down wrong.
The bridge, that was David.
Okay, I did.
We did have someone else suggest that the Enterprise was one giant set, but
It is. What do you mean?
I was going to say,
all in the same soundstage.
They were going to build that in Las Vegas, but they gave up on that, right? So there's no single Enterprise, sadly, not yet.
Is the joke more that the Enterprise is real and not a set?
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
All right, so the next question is question 7 of 9, and we have got 4 points up for grabs. Now, for this, I want the actual names and the authors. I want what 4 memoirs have been written by members of the TNG cast.
Patrick?
I'll start with Making It So by Patrick Stewart.
Correct.
Dancing Up a Storm by Gates McFadden. No, that's not right. I don't know the rest.
I don't have the Gates McFadden one. Is that an actual memoir? I haven't seen that.
No, I was just tossing one out.
Okay.
You worried me.
I was getting ready to Google. I was like...
That is correct.
So you get a point for making it sober, Patrick Stewart. I will clear the buzzer. There are 3 others.
Isaac?
I've only got. Oh.
How to Sit on a Chair by Jonathan Frakes.
How to Sit on a Chair by Jonathan Frakes.
Negative.
I loved how David was so confident that he always buzzes in first that he just started answering. Go, David.
Okay, so I think I only have 2, but they're by the same author, and they are Just a Geek by Will Wheaton, and then Still Just a Geek, also by Will Wheaton.
Ooh. So...
Is that your 5th?
That is correct.
So there are actually 2 by Will Wheaton, it would seem.
Oh.
So Still Just a Geek and Just a Geek are more or less the same book. So we only really counted those as one.
Okay.
So we have also got Dancing Barefoot by Will Wheaton, which I had not heard of before.
Oh, me neither.
And the other one was fan fiction, a memoir inspired by the true events of Brent Spiner.
Yeah.
I read that book, too. Earlier this year I read it.
Yeah.
I think I thought of it as entirely fiction because it is very wild, so I wouldn't think of it as a memoir. But he does talk about lots of experiences that are real. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it is based off of true events, but obviously very fictionalized. The audiobook of it is incredible because he gets the entire Star Trek cast to read their parts.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's
a good advertisement.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick that one up.
Yeah. Mark Cartier's given a big so I don't really... I'm wondering if we're about to get an objection to any of those answers, but we'll see.
Was he wondering what Isaac is drinking? What are you chugging on there?
It's the morning here, so I'm on iced coffee. I actually did just get a text message from Mark Cartier, and it was all in caps lock, so...
No feeding him the answers, thank you, Mark. All right, second last. Oh, he is saying I object. We're going to keep going with the quiz, but we'll get to your objection in a moment. Question number 8. What was the primary reason Gene Roddenberry added Q as a subplot to Encounter at Farpoint?
David?
Time.
That is correct.
Yes, to make it longer. He wanted it to be an hour. The studio wanted a movie length, so Q was written to pad out the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's weird that plot is the padding.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dear, we've got Jesse from Open Pike Night in the chat. Welcome, Jesse. Just seems to be enjoying that Isaac and Patrick are getting crushed, quote unquote.
It's a redemption story arc.
Oh yeah, wait till the end.
And well done to Jim McMahon for getting the last question as well. A final question for behind the scenes: who directed All Good Things?
Isaac?
We'll go Frakes.
Negative.
Nope. Buzzer's back open. No?
I can go Frakes again.
Say it until it's true.
No. I'll guess Alan Croker.
Negative.
Nope.
I knew it wasn't Croker.
I'll guess LeVar Burton.
No. Negative for all.
Negative.
It was Winrich Colby? Or Colby?
Colby, yeah.
Colby, yes. Dear. Oh, Mark talked about the padding out of the story with John Delancey on Shuttlepod Show. Humble brag. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
We know the actors. All right, that brings us to the end of our behind the scenes journey. And thank God for that. MC, where did we land with the scores?
So Isaac had a bit of a rough round and didn't get any of the questions this time. Patrick got 3, and David got 5, making the current score Isaac with 1, Patrick with 4, and David still in a comfortable lead with 11.
All right.
All right. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Still plenty of opportunity to come back. I'm going to dive straight into round 3. Okay, I've got... MC and I are pretty excited about round 3.
Oh, yeah.
So, round 3 is... It's a name the episode round.
Okay.
But there's a twist. So, normally I might do a quote, or I might read you the summary off the Paramount Plus page for that episode. This time around, I've done it all as Friends episode titles.
Oh, no.
So you have to tell me what is the TNG episode based off the adapted Friends title. And that
all right.
I have come up
This
with.
is good.
Game.
This is very good.
Yeah. So, hands on buzzers. Sorry, you wrote this first one, didn't you, MC?
I did.
The one with mud wrestling.
Patrick?
Family.
That is correct.
Well done.
Yes. Yes.
The one with the Troy cake.
David?
I don't have it. I don't have it. Second sight. I don't have it.
No. All right.
Unable to comply.
Isaac, do you want to have a shot? The one with the Troy cake.
Isaac?
Yes. Schisms.
Negative.
No. It was...
Oh, Patrick hasn't guessed yet.
Oh, Patrick hasn't got it. Patrick, would you like a guess?
Phantasms.
That is
Phantasms.
correct.
That is correct. And well done, Automation 2000, for getting that as well. And Glenn Thompson, too. Congratulations to you both. Yes, Troy cake and telephone data from Mark Cartier.
Cellular peptide cake. With mint frosting.
All right, the third Friends title is The One Where Geordie Fell in Love with a Hologram.
Isaac?
I know it.
Seasons 1 through 7.
We'll do the laugh track for that one. Boom, tick. All right, I'll open the buzzer back up.
David?
It's Galaxy's Child.
Negative.
No, it's not. Patrick, do you know it?
Booby trap.
Oh,
That is correct.
Yes.
Yeah, booby trap.
Automation 2000 got it again. Automation could be on a higher score than Isaac at this point.
Well, truly.
Well done. All right, let's dive into the next one. The one where Ro Laren jumps on the bed.
David?
that is called Rascals.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yes.
Don't you do it. Don't you jump on this bed, Ro Laren. Well done. The next one I took a bit of creative license with. The one that led to the end of Patrick Stewart's first marriage.
Ooh.
David?
I really don't know, but I'm gonna guess Lessons.
Negative.
No.
Isaac?
Just picking one that's got a bit of Picard romance in it, so I'm going to go We'll Always Have Paris.
Negative.
No. Patrick, do you know it?
I'll toss one out. Iborg.
Negative.
No. Jesse
She was
from,
like, did you really think you would do a genocide against the Borg?
Jesse from Open Pike Night got it. It's Captain's Holiday.
Captain's Holiday. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he had an affair with Jennifer Hetrick after meeting her in that episode, which eventually led to his divorce. Not me gloating that I just finished reading, making it so.
As did I.
Yeah. All right. Number 6, the one with Isabella.
David?
Imaginary friend.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Well done. Good work. All right. So question 7 of 9. There are 7 points available. Remember, I will stop you if you get it wrong. The ones where Brent Spiner played someone other than Data.
Patrick?
Data lore,
Correct.
a fistful of datas.
Correct.
Should be able to get more than 2. Again, now I'm starting to think Enterprise. Descent,
Correct.
parts 1 and 2. I don't know if that counts.
That's correct. Yeah, no, that's 4. That means you've got 4 points. Well done.
All right. Did I do Brothers?
You did not. That's 5.
Brothers, and there's
There's 2 more.
I'll concede. I'll concede the last 2.
All right.
Insufficient data.
5 points. I'm going to open up the buzzer now.
Insufficient data.
Isaac.
Isaac?
Is one the most toys?
Negative.
No.
Yeah.
David, do you know the last 2?
No, I also have insufficient data.
That's no pun intended. So Automation 2000 got one of them. Birthright Part 1. Jim McMahon gets it on a technicality. Anything with the songs, which is correct. No, the other one was Inheritance.
Okay. Yeah.
Mark Cartier said Iborg. I don't. I might be taking the piss. I can't tell.
I think he's taking all the piss.
Taking all the piss.
He stores it in his refrigerator.
Next to his gem.
Next to his jam. Next to his
jam. Yeah.
Loose jam. Unjarred jam, by the way. Just loose piles of jam in the refrigerator.
Oh dear. All right. So we've got 2 more. And well done, by the way, Patrick. That was 5 points. It's actually... That's almost brought you back up neck and neck with David. Second last one. I'm quite proud of this one. The one where you...
Really? Much of the time.
Good.
For the next phase.
Oh, good. I do apologize to those watching on YouTube. We have just had a brief interruption to the connection. Just bear with us for a moment. Can you guys online hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You phased out there for a second. You fell right through the floor.
The floor.
You were like a Romulan being pushed through a wall.
Oh, good. All right. I think.
Round 1. Have I missed anything?
No. I think we're back. I think my internet just went a little haywire for a second, but everything's back. Everything's clear. Yep, and everyone in the chat's like, "Yep, you're back." Okay, cool, awesome. I did unfortunately miss Patrick's answer. What was it?
Patrick got it correct.
Okay.
That is
The
correct.
next phase.
Okay, good. Oh, good. Oh, dear. The joys. All right, the final one. The one with Ashley Judd.
I'm not
It's
able
still
to
locked.
buzz.
Oh, jeez. Okay, wow, we just really got all nuts here. Either way.
David?
The game.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Aren't there two? Aren't there two with Ashley Judd? Wasn't she?
Did
on
she
two
play
episodes?
Leffler a second time?
I think she was on two.
I don't know.
I thought maybe that's my
I will-
imagination.
I
Double
will,
check that.
Yeah,
check that.
I think she.
Oh,
I could be.
I think
she
you're right.
actually did.
Oh.
She was in 2 episodes. So if somebody wants to guess what the second one is, I will award a second point.
Buzz is
I'll
open.
happily take half a point just for knowing that fact. But I don't remember the name of the episode.
If anyone was in. Yeah, we're getting a lot of people agreeing in the chat that there were 2, but no one can tell me what this mystery second episode was. MC, do you want to enlighten us?
Okay, if nobody knows, then I can just say it's Starmok.
Yes, that's
Darmok. Ah, there we go. Well done. Well done. All right. So, MC, that is the internet connection problems aside. We made it through the Friends round. How are we going score-wise before we go into warp speed?
So we're very much enjoying Isaac's presence.
Thank you.
David had 3. And Patrick really picked things up with 9 points, making the current totals Isaac with 1, Patrick with 13, and David with 14.
Can I ask a question? Can me and Patrick team up?
Yeah, no, right. I'd happily team up.
Yeah.
Patrick's like, no.
Yeah. You can add
You
his...
just average our scores together.
Yeah.
I think I'm fine with that.
Add your 1 point to his 13, and then you're on par with David. So there you go. All right. Well, anything can still change because we are about to head into warp. All right, the warp speed round is 20 rapid fire questions. It is a full photon torpedo spread. The questions will come thick and fast, and hope that my internet connection can keep up with the warp speed. I will only give you a few seconds to answer each question. If I don't get an answer, you will hear
Unable to comply.
and I will move on to the next question very, very quickly. You still need to buzz in as always. Hands on buzzers. Let's get ready for warp. Question 1. The Duros sisters were played by Gwyneth Walsh and who else?
Barbara
David?
Marsh. Sorry, Barbara Marsh.
That is correct.
Well done, well done. Question 2. Ro Laren was court-martialed for doing what on an away mission? No, not quite. Isaac?
Negative.
No, I didn't. No.
Nah. All good. All right, it was disobeying orders, which led to 8 deaths. All right, okay. So
Riker struck the officer. I think that's what I was thinking. She and him were similar in a lot of ways.
All right, question 3. The TNG version of this episode is called The Naked What?
Oh,
David?
The Naked Time.
Negative.
Oh, The Naked Now. I'm sorry.
Patrick?
Well, the naked now.
That is correct.
Well done.
Thanks for the tip, David.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Oh dear. I do apologize for those who are seeing there are some blips on the online stream, but I think I've just fixed it. Live! I decided to do this every episode from now on. Alright, question 4. Name the first episode to be directed by Patrick Stewart.
Unable to comply.
In theory. Question 5. What was the first episode to feature Denise Crosby as Sailor?
David?
Redemption Part 1.
Negative.
No.
Part 1.
It's not the first episode.
Patrick?
Unification 1,
Yeah. You're welcome.
Negative.
which is not correct, by the way. It's the one. It's a few before.
Yeah, Isaac, do you know it?
Yeah, I was going to go you part 2.
Negative.
I know. Sailor is in the episode The Mind's Eye. Yeah, she's just a shadow.
She's
like the
we're
last
counting the
scene,
shadow.
yeah.
Oh,
It's a very brief cameo. Clever. That's a clever question.
All right. Question 6. This is a bit of a tough one. What was the name of the song that O'Brien sung with Captain Maxwell in the episode The Wounded?
David?
The Minstrel Boy.
That is correct.
Well done.
Has
Good
gone,
work.
since I feel find him. He hath carried it on with his wild harp slung beside him.
All right, we get it. You know the song.
One's after bonus point.
All right. Question 7. What was the name of the Romulan Mark Alamo played in the neutral zone?
Patrick?
Gulmaset.
Negative.
Romulan.
Romulan? What was the name of the Romulan?
Oh,
Interesting name for a Romulan.
Yeah.
Buzz is back open.
Foolish.
Isaac?
Is it Tomahawk?
Negative.
No, that was Andreas Katsalis. David, do you know it?
I'll try for Jarek.
Negative.
It was Taybok. Taybok.
Yeah.
All right, next question. The Shellyak wanted to reclaim which planet?
Unable to comply.
Tau Cygna 5. Question 9. This is a Star Trek adjacent question. What was Dwight Schultz's character in the A-Team called?
David?
Mad. All I can think is Mad Mardigan.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to cut you off. Buzz.
Murdoch.
I don't quite know what to do. It was you sort of started. It's Mad Dog Murdoch. MC, what do we do there?
Oh, this
I'll have
Isaac will take it.
You can give the point to Isaac.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, if you guys find out, we'll give the point to Isaac.
All right. Next question. What type of emissions were used to control the forge in The Mind's Eye?
Patrick?
Was it tachyon emissions?
Negative.
Afraid not. Buzz is back open.
David?
The theta wave. I don't.
Negative.
No, Isaac, free shot.
I'm going to say Krieger waves because I haven't said it yet.
Negative.
E-band emissions. E-band.
E-band.
The old E-band. All right.
Like the E Street Band. Bruce Springsteen.
Question 11. What expanse is being explored in Cause and Effect?
Patrick?
Is it the Delphic Expanse?
Negative.
It is
Nah,
not.
That's Thanks.
Isaac?
Is it the Defron Expanse?
Negative.
It is not.
Does it start with a D?
In the Devron system. No. All right.
Unable to comply.
Gonna cut you all off there. It was the Typhon Expanse. Typhon.
right,
Well
right.
done,
Yeah.
Jesse and Jim McMahon, for getting that one. I've not forgotten about you in the chat, but there was a lot happening right now. So, question 12. Who played Kamala in The Perfect Mate?
Oh,
David?
What? Why can't I get her name? It's she's Mystique. I
Unable
cannot
to
get her
comply.
name.
Sorry, gonna have to cut you off. Buzz is back open.
Isaac?
Is her last name Gray?
Only you knew how close you were.
Oh, I've got another answer. Adra.
No, Patrick, you got one shot at it.
right,
yeah,
all right.
yeah. They pushed it out of my brain. It's but I know it's with the James Bond business. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Why am I not remembering? This is terrible.
It's
Femke Jensen. Femke
Femke
Jensen.
Jensen, I knew that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Matt Harker. Thank you, Matt Harker, for getting that. All right, question 13. What was Hugh's Borg designation?
David?
That's 3rd of 5.
That is correct.
Well done, well done. Barclay saves the crew members of which ship who are stuck in a transporter beam?
Oh yeah.
Isaac?
The Yamato.
Oh right.
Negative.
Not the Yamato. Buzzer's back open.
Unable to comply.
The Yosemite. Question 15.
Yosemite.
What was
Why?
Troy's
Classic.
Romulan rank and name in Face of the Enemy?
Isaac?
She was the Tel Shiar agent.
Not what I'm after.
That was her name.
Negative.
Yeah.
Buzzer's open. Matt's
I
like,
think she was a sub commander, but I can't remember the name.
all right.
Unable to comply.
Major Rakal of the Tal Shia.
Recall. Major recall.
We're getting near the end. Pointy end. Question 16. Wendy Hughes, who played Nella Darren, also appeared with Patrick Stewart in which other 90s crime series?
Unable to comply.
Homicide, Life on the Streets. Apparently they cast her in the role because they had such great chemistry together on screen in that show.
I watched
Oh,
that
yeah.
show, but I was not aware of that. That's interesting.
Okay, and so question 17. What species is Dr. Rhaegar?
Unable to comply.
Ooh,
David?
David will let you take it.
Ferengi.
That is correct.
Well done, David. Well done. All right, question 18. Name one of the 2 episodes directed by Adam Nimoy. Either one is fine.
David?
The Inner Light.
Negative.
No.
No, it's not that.
No. Buzz is open. 5, 4, 3,
No.
2, 1.
Unable to comply.
Timescape and Rascals.
Rascals. That's the one I was. Yeah.
Second last question. What do the episodes The Nth Degree and Parallels have in common?
Unable to comply.
Isaac?
Isaac, you go.
They're both based on the visions of Gene Roddenberry of the future.
Negative.
No.
10 points.
Anyone else want to give that a go?
They're both crazy. They're crazy episodes.
Is it something about different wormholes, different universes? I mean,
No.
Unable to comply.
The Argus Array.
Yes. Classic.
All right, so we're going to do away with the buzzer for the final question. So, you were all assigned a little bit of homework for the final question. So, Picard ends all good things with the words, "The sky's the limit," during their game of poker. Before today's show, I asked you all to come up with an alternative final line for TNG. You're each going to give us your line. You can do a little rendition. You can act it, how make it fun, however you want to do it. And then there'll be a combination of popular vote in the chat and MC's final ruling as to whose is the best. I'm going to take our lowest scorer to go first and go Isaac.
Oh, I thought it was between me and Patrick. Okay, no problem. I'll go Patrick. Fine. Okay, so we're in a normal scene. Mr. Worf comes in. Okay, Mr. Worf, it's nice to see the both of you here. Oh, Captain, we've decided not to pursue a romantic relationship. Oh, Mr. Worf, that's not the both I was referring to.
Correct. That's a great ending.
Yeah. Executive producer Rick Berman.
Hello.
Redundancies.
Oh dear.
Biological redundancies. Well done.
Mark's feeling sorry for you in the chat at the moment, Isaac. All right, that was good. We will go Patrick next.
All right, so the scene is exactly the same as before, except instead of the line he says in the script and in the produced show, he says, "Rock over London, rock on Chicago, Polaroid, see what develops." That's a joke basically for Isaac and like 3 other people.
Great.
So it's
I'll be able to make a reel out of that. Well done.
Just for those not in the know, that is a reference to the outsider music artist Wesley Willis out of Chicago, who ended each of his songs with some variation on that phrase. And I think that there's a lot in common between Wesley Willis and Patrick Stewart's rendition of Captain Picard.
There you go. Well, you've already got one vote in the chat for that, Patrick, from Jesse from Open Pike Night. So, but let's close this out. David, how would you have ended the series?
So when I watched the end of the series, it seemed to me that he had spoken in an anachronism at the time and something that really didn't make sense in context. So I would have had him deal out the cards, as normal, and then he'd say, "The stars are no limit."
Okay, there we go.
That's
All right. So, Automation 2000 gave us one as well in the chat, and it was, "I sure hope the Romulan sun doesn't go supernova anytime soon."
Okay.
I'm voting for that one.
Mark Cartier, this is not how he would end TNG, but it's how he's ending Treksperts Quiz. "Even though Isaac is an abject failure, he's still my well-respected, contractually obligated friend. Contractual love."
Those are the best friends.
Aren't the best friends contractual ones?
Absolutely.
Yes, the ones that the court can order a fine if you abrogate some terms of the friendship,
All right, let's make this interesting. Let's give 1 point to third place, 2 points to second place, and 3 points to first place. So, sound out in the chat whilst MC and I debate this. Who do you think first, second, and third? Now, Patrick's requires a very, very niche level of knowledge.
Isn't that what makes it so fun? Don't we all love extremely narrowly targeted humor?
I mean, I honestly would love to hear Patrick Stewart say that because it would just sound really good.
I wish one of us could do like a really good Patrick Stewart impression. David's probably the closest who can manage it. That beautiful voice, but we'll just have to use our imagination.
I was just thinking that the 3 of our answers all beat the ending of Enterprise.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's quite a bit of disagreement in the chat. Automation 2000 thinks it should go Isaac, David, Patrick, and I'm guessing in that order. Jesse from Open Pike Night thinks 1 point for Patrick, 2 points for David. So 3 points for Isaac, I guess. Which
depending if you glass half full or half empty.
Mark Cartier's gone 1 for Isaac, 2 to David, and 3 to Patrick. But MC, it comes down to you.
We are all over the place with the chat. So I think, and this is hard because you guys gave me all such different interpretations of this end. I'm going to have to go with, I'm going to give Isaac 1 point, Patrick 2, and Dave 3.
There we go.
2 points!
I just doubled my score.
Good job.
And who is our ultimate Treksperts for this episode, MC?
Our ultimate Treksperts is David with 21 points.
Congratulations!
Incredible. Well done, well done. The jaw and claps all around for that. 21, 16, and 3. What an interesting spread we have there. So, David, your victory speech, good sir.
Oh, I came on this show fully expecting to lose to these two fine gentlemen. I listen to both of their podcasts all the time, and I was sure that I was going to come in here and get whomped. I walked in very nervous and shaking. Maybe something's just, I don't know. I think I want to thank God. I want to thank country. I want to thank the little children and the ships and the fools named Enterprise.
Wait. So is it the ships and the fools named Enterprise? Is that what it was? Or the little children are also named Enterprise?
The little children grew up to run the Enterprise.
Okay. All right. Because I was thinking of renaming my children Enterprise as well after
that's
Giselle,
a good idea.
Jessel Enterprise. That'll be their first and second.
Perfect. And Isaac, Mark has corrected you. You didn't double your score, you increased it by 33%.
I was told there would be no math.
So I'm not good at the quiz or the math aspect of the game.
Correct. But look, as the lowest scorer, you get to make the concession speech. So Isaac, what have you got for us?
Well, I came here to do two things today. One was to hang around with some awesome Trek people, and the second one was to shatter my confidence, and I've really enjoyed doing both. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh dear. Well done all. That was a lot of fun, and thank you for bearing with us through a couple of the technical difficulties that we had on this broadcast today, but all's well that ends well. Before we wrap up for today, let's do a quick round and plug what you're doing online and where people can find you. I'm going to start with my fabulous co-host, scorekeeper, and quiz writer, researcher extraordinaire, MC Frodus.
You can find me on all social media as MC Frodus on Thursday nights at 9:30 Eastern on Strange New Pod. And I've just started posting videos on my YouTube again. I posted one today, so go check that out.
I've got the link. I still need to go and watch that. I did specifically ask for it. Thank you, MC. And our winner, David, where can our listeners and viewers find you?
Yeah, so you can yell at me about things on Twitter if you would like, or X, or whatever it is I'm supposed to call that hellscape. My name is Astral Argonaut. I'm also on the Let's Talk About Treks podcast, which is on all the things.
Awesome. And Patrick?
You can find myself and my co-host Stan and Jesse at www.itsgotstartrek.com, where we have links to all our social media and everything. We're at It's Got Star Trek on pretty much all social media, and we put out something every week on the podcast channels, pretty much everywhere you can find podcasts. So hope you'll give us a listen. Thanks.
Awesome. And Isaac?
Thank you. Yeah, on X, we are at Unplanned Trek, and we upload our podcast weekly. Our time, Monday, 5 p.m., which ends up to be about midnight somewhere in the States, and different numbers in between. But yeah, my score does reflect the amount of intelligence I bring to Star Trek. So if you do like no insight or no intelligence, yeah, give us a go.
Well done. And apparently he can be regularly found eating handfuls of jam straight out of the jar. Which I'm going to get the story about one day.
Right off the ground.
And I will say as well, everyone, thank you so much for joining in the chat today. do not forget that next week we have the Treksperts Quiz Christmas special. We are doing, we're not doing a typical quiz. If anyone remembers Quark Tank from a few months ago when we did the Beverly special, we are doing a full episode of Quark Tank. We've got MC, we've got Where's Beverly, we've got the Duros sisters, we've got Hailing Frequencies, we've got Todd A. Davis from Computer Resume, we've got Alex and Sammy from the original Siblings, all of them coming along to pitch to our Quarks and our Grand Nagus, the wonderful giraffe from Strange New Pod, their pitch for the ideal, or what they think would be the perfect Star Trek Christmas special. And they have to impress our Quarks for who they want to invest their Latinum in. That's going to be live on YouTube next week in this same time slot. So please join us for that. It's going to be... I've got no idea what it's going to be. It's going to be fucking crazy. So please go and
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
It could go for hours. So join us for that. And remember as well, if you were playing along in the chat today, or if you're listening to this on the replay or watching the replay on YouTube, and you thought that you could do better than Isaac, well, why not put your Latinum where your mouth is? You can register to be a contestant in the new year. We are about to wrap up for this year, but we will be recording and broadcasting again starting mid-January. You can head to our website, trekspertsquiz.com, fill out the form at the bottom of the page, and register your interest to be on the show. You can also get in touch through all the socials, Instagram, X, Facebook, and also Blue Sky and Threads by searching for Treksperts Quiz. That is it for now. Thank you so much to my wonderful contestants, to MC, everyone. We had some great participation in the chat today. So much fun. We will see you next time. Live long and prosper.
Yeah.
What shows are on BQN, you ask? Well, here's a rundown of some podcasts you might be interested in. All Good Things, a Star Trek Universe podcast covering all of Trek, hosted by Amy, Mark, Christos, and Kelvin. Bargain Bin Gamer, a YouTube show hosted by Davey, a self-proclaimed gamer who specializes in reviewing and showcasing affordable video games. If you're lost in the Delta Quadrant, check out The Captain's Couch, a Star Trek Voyager podcast hosted by Jeremiah sitting on Janeway's Ready Room couch. Cinema Z, a film discussion and review podcast showcasing films you probably missed but should definitely check out, hosted by Mark, Matt, and Laz. Beam Aboard the Galaxy Class, a Star Trek Next Generation podcast covering all of TNG, hosted by Amy, Joe, Rhea, and Kevin. History with the Zilagis, a snippet of historical events from around the world, hosted by Chrissy and Jason. For the newest Trek coverage, check out Infinite Diversity, hosted by Chrissy and Thad. Test your Trek knowledge with Treksperts Quiz, a Star Trek quiz show hosted and written by Davey. Union Federation, covering all things Star Trek and the Orville, which we all know is really a Star Trek show, hosted by Kyle, Kevin, Amy, and Haley. Spill the Tea with What's the Tea, Bev, a Trek current events and fan interview show hosted by Christos. And for our Patreon members, we have The Hive Mind, BQN's monthly roundtable discussion with hosts and listeners. It's Green, a cornucopia of topics hosted by Mark, and Amy's Math Moments, a quick look at math moments in Star Trek, hosted by Amy. We know you have a choice of podcasts to choose from, and we thank you for listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Double T Media.